Hey everybody, time for another round of reading the rulebook. Today we're looking at player/character. You as a player are separate from your in-game character, and it's important to keep a distinction between the two. Robert might play the mighty healer Jaspa? Not a bad name. At an event, but other players should not always expect to encounter Jaspa in-game just because Robert is on site. He might be playing monsters for that event. Similarly, in-game actions by your character should never be taken out of game by the player. For example, if your character was knocked out in the woods and robbed by another character, you as a player should not hold that against the player of that character. It's part of the game. Keep in-game problems in-game. Now, this is a good thing to say. It can be hard to do. I understand that. It's just really important that you do it. It's one of those things where if you start, you're gonna drive yourself crazy if you keep holding in-game grudges, your in-game grudges out of game against people. Sure, hate their character in-game. Hate them with all your fiber if you want. Just at a game, don't hold it against the player. Similarly, don't hold the player's out-of-game actions against the character unless they're, just try not to. It's best to keep personal stuff separated from what's going on with your characters. The distinction can really help just reduce drama and keep things a little more smooth in your life. Okay, now let's get on to the next paragraph. There are decisions which are made by a player, for example, when to retire their character or whether to spend their character resources well preserved. Whatever is chosen by the player should be kept in-game by other characters. Since these are out-of-game choices, they may result in in-game ramifications. Such as your character casts necromancy, an illegal type of magic, but should not result in out-of-game consequences. So basically what I was saying, but applied to actions more than your actions, more than other people's actions. But yeah, the divide between player and character is an important one, and it can be hard to manage. Sometimes you will have what is called bleed, which is when your character's emotions and feelings bleed over into your out-of-game life. That can be hard to manage. Sometimes you'll need to sit down with people out of game and talk through it, whether that be friends or the person you're supposedly mad at. Sometimes it can really help to just have a frank conversation with someone. I have anxiety issues, and it really helps me sometimes to just pull a person aside and be like, hey, do you guys hate me? Because I really feel like you hate me. And just have them reassure me out of game. It's like, no, we don't. I try not to pull that information in-game because, keep it separate. But it can help just to talk to people to really resolve when you're having bleed. If they, just whatever's going on. So yeah. That was player/character.